We already talked about how to automate network device provisioning using Python scripts via Zero Touch Provisioning or ZTP. We talk about it under Python for Stupid Part 2 video. This time, we'll demonstrate how Cisco ACI automates the provisioning of ACI-enabled devices. For those who are new to this channel, welcome. I am your host, name's Dean Armada, and I'm the Cloud and Data Center! Rockstar! And on this channel, we talk about tech careers and certifications, trivia and tutorials in cybersecurity, trivia and tutorials in Cloud and Data Center, and my journey as an IT instructor. So feel free to check out the rest of the channel and consider subscribing. What we're gonna do next is we'll go to the Fabric tab. I'm gonna click Fabric next to Tenants, next to Virtual Network. Okay. Now, if I click Topology, all right, so it gives us a summary of our fabric. So first, we have pod 1. Pod 1 means data center. So pod 1 is the first data center. And this is by default. You can add another pod if you have another data center that is controlled and managed by this cluster of APIC. Now, we only have 3 controllers in our pod. Okay, we have 2 spines, 203 and 204, and we have how many leaves? We have 4 leaves, 105 to 108. Okay. Now, if I click Topology, you will see the connectivity of our spines to leaves, okay, and also our leaves to APIC. Now, what we saw in our previous demonstration is APIC 1, 2, 3 connected to leaf 107 and 108. It makes sense because these are the only nodes the 3 APICs are connected. But if you look at the entire infrastructure, this is how it will look like. Okay. All right. So here's what we're going to do next. You're only seeing 4 leaf switches, but we have more leaf switches. Do you know that? And it's about to be discovered. Okay. And how do we do that? Well, we're going to go to the Fabric membership. Okay. Now, under Fabric membership, you will see leaf 105 to leaf 108 and the spines 203 and 204. So this is just a summary. So you'll see the serial number, model, all of the nodes are in pod ID 1. Okay. You will also determine if the node is leaf or spines based on this column. And we also have the infrastructure IP address. Okay. And all right. So the status is all active. Now, if I click this pod, okay, pod 1, this is where you can also look at the nodes in more detail. So if I click node 105, okay, so you will see some of the details here. If I click Topology, you'll see it is connected to spines 203 and 204. What else? If I click General, you will see some of the hardware information of these leaf, this node. Okay, the model, vendor, serial number, uptime, etc. Now, if I click Pod Fabric Setup Policy, you will see the TEP pool of 165.0.0/16. And what is this? So basically, this is the IP address range that it will provide to all nodes. Okay, basically, this is the IP address range for the DHCP server. Take note, the APIC acts as a DHCP server. So IP address from this pool will be given to the node. Okay, by default, this is 10.0.0/16. This has been changed when we provision initially the APICs. Okay, and this is the reason why 100.65 is the IP address or the first 2 octets that's starting from every IP addresses of our nodes. As you can see, 165. 165 and so forth. Okay, now we will now discover the leaf 109. the next leaf to leaf 108. And how do we do that? Take note, these are all automated. Okay, if you go to nodes pending registration, we see that there's a leaf. There you go. There's a leaf here. Supported model, yes. And it also tells us, yes, this node is a leaf. It can be spines, but in this case, it's a leaf. Okay, it's on pod 1. There's still no status because we haven't really registered this. To register this node, all we need to do is right click and hit register. Okay, now as we click register, it will provide us this small pop-up window, and from here we can, oops, let me do that again. So small pop-up window, and from there we can enter the details. So 108 has already been discovered. This is leaf 109. Okay, and the node name will be leaf 109. Okay, there you go. The role is leaf, and the rack name will just use the default. I'm gonna click register now. Okay, as you can see, it's providing us the leaf name, leaf 109, and the node ID. Okay, it's still unknown. It will take a little more time to be added as registered node. So in short, it's still in the process of registration. Now, this is how powerful ACI is. Okay, specifically on the fabric side, it will automatically discover, and once you see it, you register every single node. Okay, it can be 1, 10, 20, 50, or even hundreds of nodes. These are all automated, given IP address, added into our routing domain using IS2IS, VXLAN configuration, and many more. Now, under nodes pending registration, we don't see any node anymore. Okay, it's 0. Now, if I go to registered nodes, look at this! Our leaf 109 has been added. So, what do you think, huh? No need to learn routing protocols such as IS2IS. No need to learn VXLAN. No need to configure too many IP addresses. This is cool, right? So hit the like button if you like this demo. Also, hit the like button even if you don't.